Okay. Hey, my friends, how are you doing today? This is the Your Book, Your Voice coffee chat. One more thing I need to do. Grab something here. I have a little cloth I put here to get some of that glare out of the way here from the computer. Oh, I tell you. Anyway, thank you for tuning into Coffee Chat. We do this every Thursday. It's much better. Just to give you an open forum to talk about the audiobook world. If you have any comments or questions about turning your nonfiction book into an audiobook, that's a great business decision. And I do this coffee chat to talk about what it takes to do a great audiobook narration, which we have a nice little topic for you today. And I am an audiobook coach and producer, by the way. If you are considering turning your book into an audiobook, you found the person who can do it for you right, do it for you the first time, and most importantly, it's you, the author, narrating your own audiobook. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about today on LinkedIn here. Thank you for joining, and YouTube, and of course, Instagram, about who is the best person for narrating your audiobook. Is it you, the author? Is it a narrator? Is it AI? We're going to talk about that. But before we do, just a quick reminder that every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time is the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. And tonight, I'm going to be doing a nice deep dive into the two must-haves. There are two must-haves that you need for audiobook narration. And if you're narrating your own audiobook, you need this. Okay, you need this. So join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. This is on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube, type in Bold Brave TV. It's all there for you. Join the podcast because I do it live, and I like having people get involved as we do it live. That's what makes these podcasts great. That's what makes these coffee chats great. So please go ahead and join me tonight on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. That is at 8 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time. By the way, the links are for you on YouTube and LinkedIn. All the links that I talk about on the coffee chat here are in the description. And of course, those of you who are watching on Instagram, you just go to my profile page and all the links are there. Just click on that one link and it'll give you all the links to my podcast, to everything that you need to know about Robert Lane Coaching. All right. So hopefully the audio is good this week. We had some issues last week, which I apologize for. Didn't know that it was really bad, and it was really bad. But it's good. It's fixed. All right. So today, let's talk about who is the best person to narrate your audiobook. If you're a nonfiction author, you definitely need to have your audiobook done. Even if you're a fiction author, you should have an audiobook version. So let's talk about that. Now, there are choices, three main choices. Either you narrate your book yourself, or you can get a professional narrator, and I emphasize the word professional, okay? Not just some friend says, hey, yeah, I'll narrate your audiobook. No, you need a professional if you're going to go that route. Or should you go the AI route? So let's talk about narrators first. Now, if you are a nonfiction author, you've written this great book, maybe you're a coach or an entrepreneur, or you're sharing a memoir, or you're a poet or an educator or a teacher, and you've written this great book and you want to share it for the world. That's why you wrote it, right? That was the core reason. You tapped into your heart and your core reason of why you wrote this book, and you felt that it was so valuable that you published it and put it out there. That's great. Because now you're an author. That's your author brand. You are an entrepreneur. Embrace that. It's a good thing. But you've done that. So let's talk about narrators, okay? If you're a nonfiction author, do you narrate your own book or do you hire a narrator to do it? All right, let's talk about nonfiction first. Nonfiction authors, I'm a big advocate, of course, not just only because I'm an audiobook coach and producer, but I am a big advocate about nonfiction authors narrating their own audiobook. And the reason why you narrate your own audiobook is because it's your story. No one can tell your story better than you. No one can. The core reason of why you wrote your book in the first place is what you're tapping into when you do your audiobook narration. Okay? You are preserving the integrity of your author brand when you narrate your own audiobook. Now, luckily, I when I've had clients going through the audiobook coaching program, I haven't had to turn anybody down because their voice was so horrible. So remember, you do have a great voice. You really do. And I've never had to turn somebody down or say, hey, you need a narrator to narrate your audiobook. Because if you're a nonfiction author, as I mentioned, no one can tell your story better than you. And you do have what it takes. Even if you don't have speaking experience, you do have what it takes. And we do talk about building confidence and loving your voice and appreciating this wonderful sound that comes out of your body, because that is part of who you are. That's part of your author brand. And your voice is already in your written word anyway. So all you're doing is bringing it to life. So for nonfiction authors, you definitely need to narrate your own audiobook. You have what it takes, and you can get it done. If you went through my audiobook coaching program, you can get it done in 6 weeks. Record, narrate, and be published in 6 weeks. You can do it. And you do have the voice to do it. All right. Now, for fiction authors, depending on what your book is about, if it's maybe just a type of a narrative, or maybe is written in memoir form, and it's a fictional story, but you want to tell the story, you still, as the author, can tell your own story, fiction or nonfiction. Now, if you have written a book that has a lot of characters and different dialects, or maybe if it's a love space exploration novel, that from different planets, and you have all sorts of different characters, then it would make sense for you to hire a professional voiceover person, because you want to bring your characters to life, and they can do dialects and they can create things to really bring that to life. So as a fiction author, multiple characters, bringing them to life, yeah, hire a narrator to do it. But if you're a nonfiction author, again, I say narrate your own audiobook, because it's your story and no one can tell your story better than you. Now, getting back to the narrator thing, and the reason why I say that is you could have the best narrator in the world, all right? Technically, they sound great, and they may do a great interpretation, but remember, it is still their interpretation. It's not your interpretation. And that's a key factor, because there are subtleties, there are nuances, there are ways of expressing your memoir, your coaching program, or whatever that you wrote your nonfiction book about. There are ways of expressing it that are unique to you. That's part of your author brand, and you want to preserve the integrity of your author brand, which is why you narrate your own audiobook as a nonfiction author. Another narrator may do a great job, but it's still their interpretation, not yours. And that does play a major factor in preserving the integrity, the integrity of your author brand. Oops, kind of messed up my camera here. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. We're back. Okay. Sorry about that on, LinkedIn and YouTube. These darn cables. What can I say? Anyway, so again, another narrator, not going to interpret your audiobook the way that you want it to be interpreted. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, in regards to AI is not a real voice, obviously. It is computer generated. It is not, it's not a human. And, no matter how great AI thinks they are, at least now, they haven't reached a point to where you can't tell the difference, because I can. It's easy. You can tell the difference. And the problem with AI is that it's not a real voice. So first of all, as a fiction author, get a voiceover person who's a professional who can do voices. You don't want AI to do it. It's not going to be the same, because there is a human element that is gone. No matter what, no matter how great the AI supposedly is, the human element is gone. And that is a subtlety, and that is a nuance that makes or breaks a great audiobook. Okay. Now, for a nonfiction author, definitely you're not going to go AI, because now it's a misrepresentation of who you are. Your author brand is everything that encompasses who you are, your voice included, and the way you present yourself, the way you speak, your personality, your sense of humor, your habits, your belief systems. Everything about you is what makes your author brand. And if you have AI do it, you just strip that away. That's a misrepresentation of who you are, and that is cheapening your author brand, and that's cutting corners, and that is what you should not do, because you are a business. You are an entrepreneur. Your author brand is part of your entrepreneurship, okay? You got to preserve the integrity of your author brand, because you are the brand, Your products are your ebook, paperback, hardcover, and your audiobook, and they need to be top notch. Don't cheapen your brand by going the AI route. All right. That's my advice to you. If you have any thoughts about that, let me know. Oh, by the way, I do want to toast to you. This is Coffee Chat, the BYOC, bring your own creamer. Sorry, can't provide it for you, but I will cheers to you because I think everybody who's tuning in is an awesome human being. So, yes, enjoy. Jesus, I keep tugging on this stupid mic cable that I have for Instagram. Sorry about that, guys. It's frustrating. All right. Anyway, embrace your authorship, your author brand, and love about the fact that you are an entrepreneur. Just got to do it. Just got to love it. All right. So that is my advice to you. One more thing, or a couple of things I want to share with you. First of all, I do have a free audiobook narration reference guide that I'd be happy to have you grab a copy. Grab a copy of it. I'm making some adjustments here. There we go. All right. Again, all the links on Instagram, on YouTube, it's all in the description. Okay. It's all there. But let's see. I'm having some funky issues here. There we go. Much better. Some weird technical things that you aren't seeing on your end, hopefully. But on my end, I'm like, oh, what the heck is going on? Anyway, grab your free audiobook narration reference guide. The link for it is in the description on YouTube and LinkedIn, of course. And on Instagram, again, go to my profile page and click on that link and everything is there. All right. I just wanted to share that with you. And of course, one more thing to share with you is that if you are a nonfiction author and you have even thought about turning your book into an audiobook, do it. Book a call with me. Let's have a quick audiobook consultation call. Talk about your book, find out what you want to do with it, with your audiobook, what your goals are, your marketing strategies, all of that. And you will get enrolled in the program. And by the end of the 6-week program, you'll have your audiobook published, ready for publication. I send you the professional equipment that you need and teach you how to set up your own recording space, teach you how to do a great, compelling, and engaging narration, and then upload all your audio files for publication on Audible, Amazon, and Apple, and any other distribution platform that you want to be on. It's a great thing. So all you need to do is book a call. Link on my profile page for those of you on Instagram, and of course on I'm drawing a blank, LinkedIn and YouTube. Definitely click on the link. Book a call. We'd love to talk with you. The link, by the way, goes directly to my calendar, so you can book your call there. All right. If you have any topics that you want me to cover in regards to the audiobook world, please do so. Love to hear from you. And don't forget, tonight live, join me live for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Again, it is on the profile page on Instagram. Click that link. How to join the show live is all there. Remember, the podcast tonight is on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. This is the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Two must-haves for a great audiobook narration that we're going to be diving into on the show tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Check it out. All right. And with that, my friends, we're going to wrap things up for Coffee Chat. Have a great day, a great week. And remember this, when you're out and about in the world, smile at a stranger, say hello to them, because that small gesture of kindness can make the world a difference in somebody's life. And you want to be a life changer. Be a life changer, okay? And be good humans. So with that, my friends, we're going to wrap things up. We'll say goodbye to our friends on LinkedIn and on Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube. Jeez. All right. You have a great, great week, and I will see you on the podcast tonight, my friends.